And of course we have our villains, and well actually I can't really include Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds on this because it's not over and they don't have all their villains yet. So I'll pretty much just compare Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And now both series seem to follow like a pattern. They both seem to have a similar kind of character, and which have kind of the same goals and what they want to use to attain those goals. In Yu-Gi-Oh! You have Maximilian Pegasus as the first villain, and his equivalent in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX would be Kagemura, and both of them kind of want to defy like life in a sense. In Pegasus's case, he wanted to bring a person back to life, and in Kagemura's case, he wanted eternal youth. And both of them were willing to use the dark powers of whatever suited them. In Kagemura's case, it was the sacred beasts. In Pegasus's case, it was the dark powers of the Millennium items. And they were willing to sacrifice whatever could be needed in order to do it. And because of that, however, they redeemed themselves in the end. And like a lot of villains, they kind of they redeem themselves in the end with their own morals. In Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, we have Sartorius as the Season 2 villain, and his equivalent in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series would be, who could forget, Merrick Ishtar. And I say this because both of them kind of, had split personalities. One personality was pure evil, while the other personality kind of was like trying to defeat that evil, though they never could. And it took the protagonist's help in order to destroy that evil. And both of them kind of wanted to take over the world and make everybody, in a sense, worship them. Well, it's just split personalities did. And because of that, their characters, like most villains actually in the series, kind of redeem themselves in the end when they realize their mistakes. And ultimately, it kind of works to even, villain character development in this case. And finally, we have Zork and Nightstrad as the final villains. Now, what made both of these characters different is that, unlike most villains who had goodness like deep inside of them, neither of these villains had that. Both of them were pure evil. They had no qualms about killing innocents, and they both were the incarnations of darkness and wanted to pretty much destroy the world with no regrets. And an interesting thing is that both of them appeared earlier in the show in different forms, though they were minor, and though you could tell that they might have been up to something bigger, they didn't actually reveal their plans until the end of the series when they were finally defeated by the main protagonist. And probably all of this process will be repeated in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.